Good morning. We're on the record in case D 392854, Cynthia Balle versus Peter Balle. Counsel, your appearance for the record, please.
Good morning, Your Honor. Preston Rizé on behalf of...
Okay, state your name for the record, please.
Preston Rizé.
No, Mr. Rizé, I heard you. I just didn't hear the opposing party. Miss Balle, your appearance, please.
Cynthia Balle.
Okay, are you representing yourself today, ma'am?
Yes, Your Honor. Yes, I'll get to that in a minute. Yes, technically, yes.
Okay, all right. I'll have to figure out what that is. This is a time set for the calendar call. We have the evidentiary hearing trial is set for the 24th. I'm looking. I have stack one. I have the 24th and the 25th at 1:30 p.m. Are the parties prepared to move forward with the evidentiary hearing?
Judge, if I may, we did... I'm sorry. Was that you, Your Honor?
I also have the third day. I have 2 half days and a whole day, right? The 24th, right. 25th, and 26th. So I'm just curious what the status of the case is, counsel.
Judge, we prepared our pretrial memorandum. We sent it to the plaintiff's last known address, which I know not to be her address anymore. We haven't exchanged any exhibits. She, from what I understand, moved in October of 2020. I've made several attempts to obtain an address from her by email. She's simply refusing to provide it to me or my client. So I haven't been able to get any exhibits over to her. I'm not sure what her trial readiness, if she's ready to move forward. I'll let her comment on that, but I do have some obstacles that I do need to address with the court.
Okay, ma'am, I'm going to hear from you. What is your status as to ready to move forward?
Okay, well, I have some big obstacles as well. The first one, there was supposed to be a lawyer here to represent me today. However, they left a message saying that they could not do it, so I have that issue going on. I've contacted the bar, and I'm trying to deal with that.
Okay, let me ask you this. When you say you're contacting the bar, are you looking for a private attorney, or are you looking, what have you been doing, or who's the attorney that you're supposed to, is it private, or what is it?
Yeah, this was a private attorney.
Okay.
Yeah, so they just didn't do anything, and they're not even on the record. They haven't done anything, and they kept these. So the only thing I can do is go to the bar and explain that to them and see if they could do anything. But for right now,
can you tell me when did you retain them, ma'am?
In February.
Okay, so you retained counsel in February, and you paid them a retainer?
Yeah.
Okay, and you signed a retainer with them?
Yes, I did.
Okay, so that's what your obstacle. Mr. Rizé, you said you had some obstacles as well.
On.
Can you tell me what yours are?
Honor. Well, Your Honor, I wasn't done yet. Please, if I can have just a moment more.
Okay.
As far as my address goes, so I was illegally evicted in September. It was reversed because it was illegal, what the landlord did, but there was nothing I could do about it. She moved everything out.
Okay, I don't really care about that portion. I care about whether your address is updated in our system.
Yeah, I've not, okay, so anyway, I've not had any problem receiving any mail whatsoever. If he's saying that he is sending it there, it would get to me. And I haven't refused to give anybody an address. I don't have actually my own address, okay? Because of the pandemic, because of the lack of work, and there are a lot of things to deal with. There are a couple of things I needed to bring up to you right away. One, the amount that they're taking from the money I do make is about 300 times what they should be taking. I don't make that. The DA will not do anything because we're supposed to come to court with you, so they said to wait. So, like, for instance, $500 a month, and you guys are taking $350.
Okay, let's address one thing at a time, okay, Ms. Balle? I'll let you have more time.
Okay,
let me address this one issue
thing
with you. Let me address your address issue with you. So my concern with your address is there's minor children involved. Why is it that Mr. Rizé does not have your proper address, ma'am?
Okay, well, one thing, Your Honor, I haven't seen my son. I haven't seen him since November. He's not ready when I go to pick him up. I call,
okay, that was not my question. You don't answer my question. You go off with your question instead of answering my question. Ma'am, you have to provide your address to the other side. When there's children involved, both parties need to know where the child is living.
Your Honor, I do not have a permanent address, okay? So I don't.
Okay.
And I do not.
So, I mean, are you living between different people's houses right now, ma'am?
No.
What are you doing?
No. I'm living with a non-family member. I have applied for the CHAP program. I don't know if you know anything about it, but it was filled out in October. They are now working on the ones from then.
Okay, but you're living with a non-family member, and why is that address not submitted to the court?
This is not my permanent address.
Okay, I understand that, but permanency is a matter of time, right? It depends. Like if you're staying at a house for 2 days or a week, and not longer than that, then it's not permanent. Permanency could be is relative, right? So 1 month I consider permanent. You're there a month, that's like a whole month of your life. That I need addresses to make sure you're getting your information. If it's going to another address, so that's the problem I have.
Yes,
right?
I have a mailing address.
So how long have you been staying there?
Let's see, since about the beginning of January.
Okay, then that's permanent enough for me.
Yeah.
I need the address filed with the court if that's the latest one until you move.
Sure,
and
no
when you
problem.
move, I need a new one filed. Okay, so that takes care of that issue.
That is not a problem, Your Honor. Self-help center just opened this week.
Well, that's not quite true. Not opened in person, but it doesn't mean you can get online and get all kinds of information and do the forms. You don't even need to go in there to get anything.
No, I cannot, Your Honor. I do not have the resources to do that, and I cannot do that from my job.
Is there libraries not open at all? I don't know this answer, so I'm asking.
They're off and on, and quite frankly, I'm not comfortable going to a library.
Okay, but let me ask you this, Miss Balle. Let me ask you this other question. Have you registered? You're also required by administrative order. Everybody, including people that are self-represented, are required by court order to log in and put their email address on the service. On the e-service. Do you understand that? Have you done that? Mr. Rosé, do you know, is she on e-service?
She's not on the e-service list, Your Honor, no. We do have an email address for her where we've been contacting her, trying to get an address for her, and she's not provided to us. In addition to that, she's been emailing us back from a proxy email, which is designed to delete after a short period of time of being read.
Oh, no.
No, that's not true. They were confidential. So you have to log in to read them.
Okay, ma'am, look, this is the issue. I need you to log into the e-service, and you need to register your email with it. It can't be one of these ones that delete things immediately. You're required by court order. Administrative orders have made that a requirement of all self-represented litigants, so you must do that immediately, okay? Then what will happen is everything that's served will be served there. Yes.
I don't have a problem with that. Your clerk actually sent me the form.
Okay.
So that I could fill it out and mail it in. I don't have the capabilities to do what you're asking me to do online.
Do you have a phone that has internet access, ma'am?
This phone can't handle it.
Well, you've done email addresses, emails to other people. You're going to have to borrow somebody else's computer somewhere. You're going to have to get registered. You're going to have to register your email with the e-service. That's different than filing your address change, ma'am. I need you to. You need to do that.
I can't do anything with the e-service. My capabilities, it will not handle it.
Ma'am, by court order, you have no choice, ma'am. That's an administrative order by our chief judge. You got to go in and file. You can go to another computer.
Well, if they would like to pay for a new phone, I would be more than happy to.
Well,
I don't have a problem
how is it possible that you have an email address and you can also access it from anybody else's ability to? You can go to other people. You can go to the library, whether you're comfortable or not. You're ordered to file with the e-service. Put your email address on there, and that'll be the requirement. You have 1 week to do that, Mr. Rosé.
I've already done that,
ma'am. Ma'am, we're not going to argue, ma'am. We're not going to argue. I just need to make sure you get your e-service done.
I'm not. I'm telling you that I will do exactly what you tell me to do, and I believe I already did that. I'm like 3 times.
Mr. Rosé said you have not when he looked. Mr. Rosé, is it possible for you to double check? Or are you not at your computer?
I'm sitting on my computer right now, Your Honor, and let me check right now.
Okay, I just want to make sure it gets done, ma'am. I want to make sure you get all the documents that you need, okay?
I know, and I filled something out it was in the summertime. They said that we had to go into a certain system. I filled everything out. It was like a PACER system. So I did that.
No, PACER's federal. We have, but it's similar to that, but yes.
Okay, so, and then that obviously did not work.
Okay, well, Mr. Rosé, let me know when you find it, and if she's not on there, is it possible for you to add her, counsel?
I'm not sure, actually. Miss Martinez, my assistant, is actually sitting next to me. She's more familiar with this.
I understand, counsel. We don't normally, as attorneys, do that part.
She's literally logging in right now, and she will see
Okay.
if she can add it.
Okay, that's the other thing. So you said that's your other problem, ma'am. I'm still your turn. I want to hear your. You said you had some other issues, and I also need to hear from Mr. Rizea what his request is.
Well, first of all, Your Honor, when nobody was expecting a pandemic, first of all. Second of all, as of, when was it, May 20th, my job with the school district ends in the summer. I don't get paid from them in the summer. So I tried to get Uber. There is no business in Las Vegas.
That still doesn't answer my question.
So this is the problem. This is the problem. I haven't seen, here's another problem. I haven't seen my son. I call
Hey, ma'am,
during
there's all things I could deal with at trial. I just need to know what is your position regarding. We have trial scheduled next week. I have 2 half days and a full day. That's what you're supposed to be addressing now. I'm not everything else. I need you to limit it to that. Tell me what your request is there. You say you had some issues, some hurdles. So I'm trying
Yes,
to.
I do, Your Honor. Okay, so listen, I am not had any training. I don't have a staff. I am not an attorney. Do the best I can. Now, I do not know how to do all of this stuff, so I have to learn as I'm doing it. So I had asked last time when Mr. Rizea was going out of town and needed to have an extension that I needed this to be separated up because I cannot prepare for 3 different trials.
Nope.
I'm not a lawyer. With
No,
no
look,
staff.
the judge, the court doesn't have the ability to extend this forever and a day, Miss Balle. We've got to get these
No, I
issues
get
resolved.
that. I
Part
get
of this
that.
was on remand. Other issues are support,
That's
attend
what I'm
therapy,
saying.
attorneys,
What-
all of this.
This is half of my problem because which one are we dealing with
All
first?
of it. All of it.
I mean,
All of it.
yeah, well, you can't really do that because
Yes, we
the,
can.
the
I do
others-
trials with multiple issues all the time, and that's we're gonna move forward on
I'm
it,
sure
Miss
you
Balle.
do. I'm sure you do, Your
I
Honor.
have
I've
people
much
that come
respect-
before me representing themselves that have no skills either in litigation, and they do their best they can. A lot of them do
During
really
a
great, ma'am.
pandemic with no-
Again, what is
Okay,
your
hold on.
request of the court today? I have
Okay,
it
my
scheduled next
request-
week.
My request of the court is that, first of all, I need time to prepare this. I got to deal with this lawyer now. First
But
of all,
ma'am, you've had all the time when Mr. Rizea asked for the extension, as you just stated. You stated Mr. Rizea asked for extension, so that gave you more time, and now we're here ready to go, and you're not?
Okay, well, I mean, I did not go to law school. I'm sorry, Your Honor.
Oh, you could?
I did not go to law school. So
Okay,
I'm sure
so
it's
you're
easier.
requesting more time. Mr. Rizea, you said you had some hurdles as well. Let's talk about your hurdles, counsel.
Judge, I have some witness issues due to underlying medical reason.
Okay, so are you
I'm-
requesting it to be continued as well, counsel? Actually, she's going to be lucky if that's the case, right? Because so far she hasn't given me a basis not to move forward, but you have. If, you
Okay,
know.
I'm going to be out of town like he was last time. That's all.
Ma'am, you knew about this date since then. You just can't make this stuff up. You're lying to the court
I'm
now.
not,
So look,
Your Honor,
ma'am, stop. I just be quiet for a minute and listen, okay? Because I think you didn't listen to my point. Mr. Rizea is requesting a continuance as well. You're getting what you want, but you need to listen, ma'am, okay? So, Mr. Rizea, you needed a continuance as well based on witnesses, counsel?
Judge, I can move forward, but I will not oppose her request. I don't want another appeal issue. If she needs additional time to retain counsel and move forward, I am not opposed to it. And like I said, I do have some witness issues as well.
Okay.
So
Do you understand, ma'am? I was just trying to stop you because he actually was saying he wasn't denying your request. He wasn't opposing your request, ma'am. So you just need to let me get to that point, okay?
Thank you, Your Honor. But there are still issues. I've not seen my son since November.
Okay, well let's do one thing at a time. Let's set new trial dates. The problem is you needed 2 full days, counsel, 2 half days, and we did a half days and a full day last time. I believe that's still going to be the need of time. Is that right, counsel? Because I looked at the witness list and all of that. It's quite extensive, right?
it is, Your Honor. That sounds sufficient.
Okay.
Hold
Hold on, ma'am. Let me finish this issue first. Let's finish this issue and then we'll deal with the rest. Do we have? What was that? What we've got, whatever we've got is the problem. Oh, August. Hold on 1 second. I was in the wrong month. Hold on, counsel. We're trying to find you a date, and ma'am, we're trying to find you a date. Hold on. You said. Okay, we can do the 24th. We can do full day, right? I see the half day. I'm thinking maybe we have the 27th. We have a full day available. Okay, council, I can do the 25th a half day of August, the 26th a half day of August, and all day on the 27th. Will that work?
We'll make it work, Judge.
Ma'am, will that work for you?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, so we'll have the 25th at 1:30, the 26th at 1:30, all day on the 27th. You will need to, I will have a calendar call on the 19th of August at 11 o'clock to make sure we're ready to move forward. I'm not gonna allow another continuance from anybody at this point. We've had 2 continuances, 1 on each side, which is fair. But at the same time, this has got to get resolved. These parties need to move on. Regarding your other issues, ma'am, you're saying that you have not seen your child. But my problem that I'm having is, Mr. Rizet, what's the status of the visitation with her and the child?
Judge, the last time she actually made any effort to see the minor child was in October of 2020. The last time that there was any contact. Since then, there hasn't been. There are some issues, Judge. Given the fact that this matter is on calendar now for trial in August, I will be filing a motion for an OST to resolve the issue that she's addressing. We have some grave concerns regarding her residency, some allegations of drug use. She's essentially abandoned all communication. There's been some limited communication with the adult children, but it's sporadic at best.
Okay, so
But there
ma'am, this tells me what we need to do. Ma'am, let me explain to you the process.
I want to respond.
You can, but
like
wait, let me explain the process and then I'll let you respond, okay, ma'am? So this is the process. Because you've even told me that you don't have a permanent residence right now. Part of what he said is 100% true by your own statements. I need you to file a motion, ma'am. I need you to file a motion with the court, and that's what I need. And Mr. Rizet said he would file one as well to address it. Somebody needs to file a motion to address this issue. All of it would have been dealt with next week, but based upon both parties, but mostly your representation, ma'am, that you're not ready to move forward, and the attorney request that you're saying that you're trying to fix that situation, which I hope you can get that fixed, ma'am. I need you to file a motion so I can address that, okay?
Okay, this is why I didn't, because we were coming, but this isn't the first time, and I told you last time, Your Honor, throughout the whole pandemic, he kept my child and did not answer me. I did not see my child.
Okay, but they're saying that you're doing very limited contact, and you're saying that you can't access email easily. That's one thing you said, number one.
No. I have text messages back and forth. I texted my son.
Okay, well, file a motion and I'll address it, man. File a motion and I'll address it. Please, file a motion.
Can I please finish? He has gotten way more time to talk, and everything that comes out of his mouth is manipulative and twisted, because what he said is not true. I have tried to get in touch with my son. I've been out in front of the house telling him to come outside.
Okay, ma'am, you're going to show me proof of that in a motion. I will address it when you file a motion, ma'am. File a motion, and if you request, listen, ma'am, I'm going to tell you 2 steps I need you to do, okay? To make it happen as soon as possible, you file a motion and you file an order shortening time. I will grant you your order shortening time, ma'am, and if you did it today or tomorrow, I would even grant it for part of the time that I have available now, because this trial's come off. But you need to file it right away. I don't know if you have the ability to do that. If you do, I will address it. I will grant the order shortening time. So I'm saying do this 2 things, ma'am. File a motion and request an order shortening time. Those 2 separate things you need to do, okay?
Yes, no problem. I will do it.
Okay.
And I wasn't finished. Mr. Rizet has talked a lot.
No, you have talked a lot. You and I have had the most conversation about your whole situation of your living arrangements and the attorney issues. Mr. Rizet has hardly talked at all, ma'am. This court doesn't need to hear it any more than necessary. I've continued the trial based upon your request today, ma'am. I have also advised you that you need to file the motion so I can address your other issues. I do need you, Mr. Rizet, you didn't give me the answer yet. Your assistant was checking. I'm trying to resolve the issue of electronic service for you. Has your assistant been able to log in, counsel?
Yes, Your Honor. I'm on this e-serve list right now. I'm ready to add her, and I just want to confirm on the record the email that I've had, that I've communicated to her with, is cballe420@gmail.com.
Ma'am, is that the right email address?
No, it is not.
Okay, tell me the email address. He's actually doing, I've asked him for a favor of the court to actually do your electronic file, putting it in there. So you don't have to do that step, ma'am. So everything that's served will be done through electronic service. It will come to your email. So tell me what email address you want on there.
It is S as in Sam, I as in ice cream, N as in Nancy, N as in Nancy, Y as in yellow, L as in Larry, O as in ostrich, U as in umbrella, W, H as in Henry, O as in ostrich, @gmail.com.
Okay, I'm going to repeat it to you to make sure I got it right, okay? S is in Sam, I is in ink, N is in Nancy, N is in Nancy, Y is in yellow, L is in like, O is in orange, U is in umbrella, W is in what? H is in happy, O is in orange, @gmail.com. Is that correct?
Correct, Your Honor.
Okay, Mr.
All right.
Rosé, the court has given you authority to put her email in there for the electronic service as a favor to the court. Normally we don't allow people to do that, but by my request, I'm asking you to do so. That'll solve that problem. I will see everybody
Thank you.
back here either on a motion, or I will see you here for the calendar call on the 19th of August at 11 o'clock. Trial is scheduled the 25th, 26th, and 27th, 1:30 on the 25th and 26th, and at 9 a.m. on the 27th. Anything else, ma'am?
Yes. The district attorney's office, I asked them to modify, because when I was making $500 a month, $350 was going to the defendant, and it didn't leave me anything to live on.
File that with your motion, ma'am. You can address all of those things in your motion. Anything you need to address, you can address in your motion, whether it's child support arrears, then I can handle it instead of waiting for the DA and the child support court, ma'am.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, anything else?
Thank you, Your Honor.
All right, thank you for your appearance. Yes, ma'am?
I was just, I have to bring this up. My son had some issues during the pandemic. He said he wasn't feeling good, so we are trained to, refer them to some kind of counseling or whatever. Dr. Ponzo, I've talked to him on the phone.
Ma'am, this is another issue you can include in your motion. I'm not gonna hear all this information until you file a proper motion. I need a motion before me so that it can be addressed. The other thing is, counsel, I did not ask this. Are we requesting that discovery be continued, counsel, or are we closing discovery? I don't usually open discovery again.
Would you please?
I have no opposition to discovery being opened up again, Judge. As whatever she needs to have this matter heard on the merits once and for all.
Okay, all right, then I will have, hold on a second.
And who do I contact for that? Because I've tried everywhere. Nobody knows.
Hold on a minute. The 19th is the Thursday before, isn't it? 2 weeks before. It's the 25th, 26th, or 19th is correct. I'm clarifying with my court to make sure we have the dates. Counsel, I will issue a new trial setting order with new dates because you've said to open up discovery. Ma'am, I'm granting your request on that, especially because Mr. Rosé is not objecting to it. This court normally does not do that, ma'am, because normally I don't let the target for trial on all information keeps moving when you keep continuing, and I don't normally allow it. But based upon the representations today, I am going to do that. I'm going to issue a new trial setting order for everyone that'll have the discovery date. Okay, ma'am?
Yes, but where do all of my evidence is the court record. Where's all the stuff over the last 7 years?
Ma'am, if you're getting an attorney, you can have them do that. I can't tell you how to practice law, ma'am. I've given you a little bit of guidance on filing a motion, and that's it.
Thank you very much.
Look at that.
Thank you.
I'll issue a trial setting order for the new dates, and you guys will come back before me, and that should resolve at least everything that I have before me today. Thank you for your appearances.
Thank
Thank
you.
you very much, Rhonda.